Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 2 of the SEL European League. We have a rematch of the Season 3 finals and in turn the Season 1 finals with UiU Athena on the blue team taking on Apollo, who wants to join will be on the orange team. My name's Dylan, I'll be your caster this evening. I hope you are all doing well on this Thursday evening. Hope you all are finding lockdown okay. We'll just wait now for the remainder of the teams to join. So as you can see, Apollo, they are going through sort of a stage of rebuilding. They've lost Wave, they lost Force Rocker. Whereas Athena are here with a 10-man roster and will be feeling pretty comfortable in fielding a 5. And we can see their 5 are going to be, well, is going to be Devon Atkins, Kick Sync, Henry Sync, Sing Sync, and Sar Bomber. We will just now wait for Apollo. So I hope you are all doing okay. We unfortunately still waiting. We'll go through the map bans while we're here. So Apollo banned Consulate. Then we had Athena banning Cafe. It was then a Clubhouse ban, Villa ban, Theme Park ban, Consulate ban, leaving us with Oregon. And Apollo then decided to attack first. We are going to have to wait though for Jay got booted to join. I have messaged him asking where he is, but no response just yet. So, as I said at the start, as more people join, I hope you are all doing well. We are just waiting for the side of Apollo to join. And then we'll get this one underway. I'll just send Jay another invite. Jay and Davin are both the team reps as Jay does join. So we'll see what this Apollo roster is. You know, you'd expect to see SMWDX, Noticed, I Hit and Miss, those sort of core players, but we'll have to see who their 5th is. That'll be the interesting thing. Apologies, says I'm not my glass. So, although Apollo have got the starting side, I think this matchup does favour Athena. They've met countless times, but Athena are often always the ones to knock Athena out, knock Apollo out rather, of any sort of leagues. In all of the, in the 4 seasons, well 3 confirmed seasons we've had of SEL, Season 1 finals, the team IG, which then later became Athena, knocked out Apollo. Then the lower bracket finals for Season 2, Athena knocked out Apollo, as well, the Venga boys as they were known then. And then Season 3, it was a rematch of the Season 1 finals, and just like that, Athena ended up winning. So, Athena, 2-time champion, defending champion here for Season 4. Looking at sort of the teams that signed up, their biggest threat really is Awoken. I think Davin will be feeling pretty comfortable with the with the matchup, as he said, Athena pretty much favourites the guaranteed, and I think the majority of us will have to agree. We do see Cam's joining. He is a new pickup. I Hit and Miss does join. And then Notice, we'll probably see SMWDX as well. Nekwa, nice to see you in the chat. Hope you are doing alright. So, we are just going to wait for the ready ups. I will just message to make sure. Of course, both teams will have one rehost. There is no overtime. As we get ready to jump into Oregon for the remainder of this week at 7:30 on Killer Wolfman's Twitch, you will find Zenith taking on Scythe. Athena are not ready yet. Okay, so we'll wait for Davin and we'll jump in. So Kix is the only hold up here. Once he is ready, we will jump into things. But as I said, I would wait for the confirmation and then go. But for the time being, I'm trying to find the chat, which will tell you about the upcoming week. But the Scythe game today, the Scythe Zenith game today, would just be straight after this one's finished on Killer Wolfman's Twitch. Is the only confirmed one so far, but Macca's men are facing D2 this week. Scythe are playing Awoken and Zenith are playing Mystic as well. The reason there is sort of a gap there why Scythe and Zenith are taking 2 games this week, it is because the first game could not go ahead as Scythe did not have a full roster. So Kix, still the one we are waiting for. Going into Oregon, we'll think about what operators we'll probably see. I mean, I'm calling Thatcher. It's pretty much a guarantee at this point. The second attacker ban is often a flex pick. It's sort of who you don't want to go against, so the Monty is often banned there. But looking at both teams, no players here really strike me as a Monty player, so I don't think we'll see that banned or play. Although I haven't seen Cam's play, so maybe he does like to play Monty. Blackbeard's often a ban on this map. Again, it's usually more of a niche pick. And then defender bans are the typical Miro, Echo, Maestro clashes of pretty much every map that we see. So we are still just waiting on Kix. I will well, we'll hope that he can really have to sort of run through everything there is to talk about. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a nice 2021, enjoying it in what limited way we can. And hopefully when this is all over we'll go back to normal. But to be fair, some good things in my opinion that have come out of lockdown are sort of this Discord League community. I've done Siege things for quite a while, and this is sort of the first time as we do get the ready, so I'll stop waffling. But this is sort of something that I find really good in this community. As horrible as it is, stuff like this is quite good, and I'm glad that we can something good has come out of such a bad situation. So anyway, boring talk over. We will jump into our one and only map of Oregon. Athena, the heavy favourites against a new Apollo, well, newish Apollo roster. The first operator is going to be the Thatcher banned away. That is no surprise whatsoever. I mean, he's pretty much a guarantee ban on every map, bar maybe Coastline, due to the fact that you don't really need a hard breach that much there. We will now wait for the other ban. It will be the Blackbeard. We saw Athena, no, it was D2, sorry, banning Blackbeard, so ignore me. Oh no, I'm thinking of the wrong game, never mind, ignore me. The Athena of course are 1-0, They won 7-4 against D2. Apollo are 0-1. They lost 3-7 to Macca's Men, which was quite surprising to me, but then again, Wave had left the roster, and the Macca's Men roster is basically the old Dadless roster. You know, Jamal, Manny, those guys. So we sort of know how good they are. Anyway, in the final bound will be the Malusi. I always forget about the Malusi, but she is incredibly annoying. Those proximity things are very, very strong. So to see her banned away, as Apollo haven't banned Wamai since its nerf. They were typically the one team that would permanently ban Monty and Wamai. We'll get ready for round number 1. So Laundry supply the first site of choice for Apollo. They are one of those teams that do like to switch the order up, particularly on Oregon. They don't often go kids first, they'll go Laundry. But they do bring the castle. We'll see what sort of castle strat they do have for this bottom floor site. Typically, if I'm bringing castle on this map, it is usually for the kids dorm site and sort of any middle floor site. Castle on this bottom floor isn't as well, I don't mean usable, but picked, because I mean, what are you really going to close off? Freezer, main lobby, boiler? Like, I don't really know, get the thought process, but it looks like Apollo are going for a very, very
10 seconds remaining.
Extended hold. They've reinforced the hatch on top of meeting.
5 seconds to go.
Interesting choice. I guess it's to force, and yeah, we will see a nice meeting hold. This is a really good sort of idea, but you do leave yourself exposed, shall we say, for a rush. But Athena, they aren't really ones to rush. They're quite methodical. They will clear out the entire map first. So Sing Sing, or Sing rather, that'll be in it every single time. So we do hear gunshot down to the bottom of the freezer. Gavin Atkins with the Thinker having a bit of a gun battle with SMWDX. She'll win out that one. Down goes the Thinker. They're saying that Athena likes to take it methodically and they will charge straight on into the freezer. Kicks is going to make his way in now. He will hold the tight angle. SMWX may think about peeking it as Henry gets taken out by Notice. That's the mute. Putting in work, and it's not going well for Athena. It's going even worse because Star Bomber has gone down, leaving Kicks and Sing Sing left in a 2 versus 5. Kicks now making his way upstairs. Need to be careful of the roam. I hit and miss here at Big Tower. He will hold the tight angle. There's not a lot that Athena can really do, but I hit and miss is going to spot this Sophia. Will walk around the corner. He will free fire. Kicks will walk right back into those shots. Was former Apollo player against the current one. We will see Sophia backing away, and Kicks trying to bait that Mozzie forward. If he can get a nice pick here, he'll be happy with that, but he's not looking the right way. And I hit and miss, getting ready to swing it. But he will need to be careful. The Sophia though is going to look right at him. The pre-fire comes out, and I hit and miss with the Sing Sing in a 1 versus 5. He's got it all to play for. Proximity's giving away his position. He'll continue to watch main stairs. Get ready as he goes back into meeting, but I hit and miss is there. Sees the player, but Sing Sing will drop him. That's the first kill that Athena will get this game. Now it's just a 1 versus 4, but with 35 seconds remaining, there's not a lot he can really do. The only quick entrance to site is going to be the freezer hatch drop. And even then, Noticed and Cams are both watching it. They are ready for the drop. It will most likely just be a time waste now, as indeed that's what it's looking like. SMWX are watching the drop down. Cams will start to push up. They hear the drop. The pre-fires will come out. And well, this is a 1 round for Apollo. They'll be happy with that. And Sing Sing will just wait out the round. Apollo will start things off very strongly indeed with a 4-1 player scoreline round. So kids and dorms will be Apollo's second site of choice. No castle this time. As I said, kids dorms is sort of the site that you, in my opinion, want. You want the castle. For the main reason that there are 4 particular windows, main window, games, kids, and also attic, and I feel like if you're able to shut down 3 of those 4, you will be feeling pretty happy. I think the main window that causes these sort of issues is this one on games. You sort of cut off any sort of player stuck in here, and they can't really move the rest of the round. Or on kids, you cut out the rotation. I personally do like to see the reinforcement used in the rotation once you forfeit attic control. We've got Cams playing the Kaid. Kaid again, not a typical operator for this site. You typically do go something like the Maestro. That is sort of so you can get those evil eyes. You can sit here, you can impact trick below. You can get a very nice angle. Interesting to open up this entire wall. That isn't something you see every day. You often just shoot out the bottom so you can sit there and get a nice line of sight of anybody who tries to walk up. So entry into the building is going to be made by Kicks and Star Bomber. Bomber on the Nomad. Going to use all of his air jabs already on making sure that nobody is able to flank up main stairs. Just is going to pre-fire. Not really going to give anything away as it's a 5-man site hold. SMWX using this nice line of sight, watching for anybody jumping into classroom and anybody trying to shoot the electric claw out below. He will sit there, hold the angle, but well, nobody's really pushing in. I say that Henry might just walk in and well, he will not live very long. He's trying to destroy things. Will detonate and get rid of the electric cord, and that is big because the other one has been used on attic, so it's now just free entry into closets. We can see the Selmas and SMWX gets down, and that is by Henry. We do have some gunfire at the top of the stairs. Cams looking at the stairs, holding a very nasty pixel. I hit and miss. That's not something you typically see from Apollo. Very conservative hold. SMWX will not be able to be picked up, and so she will just die. She is going to get pre-fired, but Sing Sing won't land the shots. Davin though might be able to run in, pre-fire her. They know where she is. Do they know that people are watching it? Evidently not, as Jay's been taken out by Kicks, and all those standards have been used. Here come the smokes, here comes the plant in the corner. Candelas will go off, blinding notice, and look at the amount of utility being used. Cams will get taken out by Henry as he just starts to march on the site. He will try to find our hit and miss as well, indeed he does, leaving notice in a 1 versus 5, just like Sing Sing found himself in the round before. But will he even get a kill? That is the question, not looking likely. And Henry will just try to find it, indeed he does. So 4-1 for Apollo, but a 5-0 for Athena this time around, tying things up 1 apiece. Colored Lines, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Dining room, gonna be the tertiary site for Apollo. This is typically the tertiary site for many teams on this map, so no surprise there.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
And we will see the castle being brought again. And this is sort of a must pick. I wouldn't say a must pick for this site, but a very good one. It allows you to hold in server. It allows you to cut off line of sight into showers. You can hold it there. You do get a lot of freedom with this site. Again, in Maestros, it seems like Apollo are just playing comfort picks. Jay is the only one to play more than one operator. So interesting choice from Apollo. I know they've got, Cams is new, but
5 seconds to go.
really limiting any sort of variation. And a team like Athena will definitely spot that and start to crack down on it. They'll start to bring the operators needed to get rid of them like utility. But they will commit to this same sort of attacking roster. Davin again, the only person to have played more than one operator. Jay will just look to place some proximities. Indeed, he will just get that one onto the ceiling as Kicks is going to start to destroy. Going to destroy meeting, it seems, and they will use the Ash because that attic has been reinforced. As we have a kids dorm extension. I personally am a fan of this. Oh, a beautiful kill from Notice. Down goes Kicks immediately. I don't know why I couldn't say his name there. But Kicks being taken out nice and early. It's a good start for Apollo. But yes, you get a player. But that wall has been opened up. Seems I'm going to start droning it. I hit miss, looking like he will peek it. The drone gets destroyed. And they won't spot out. I hit and miss. He will punch a window. Trying to get some attention away from Noticed, who is very much stuck. And the Ying here, the flashes, the Candelas, and Noticed not going to have a fun time. They will spot him running around, but he will just stand still in the rotation hole. Davin Atkins will pick up that kill onto Notice. Jammers will start to get destroyed. And yes, you have attic control, but I hit miss is still moving around. And this strat is basically used to create a sort of a maze that the attackers need to break with utility. And that way you waste a lot of time. As you can see, almost a minute left. And, well, one kill for each team across the board. Oh, I hit miss. You're very lucky there. Darren Atkins also lucky as he doesn't get taken out because Cam's from below. But the drop into sight, not going to work out because Cam's turned around at the best possible time for himself and nets himself a nice kill. As it was actually a C4. So a bit more luck, it would appear. I hit and miss now. Going up the stairs, you could potentially just find Henry. But he is safely behind the castle barricade. I hit and miss. We'll see the feet of the Ash. And now look for the peeking. Henry will be taken to just above half health. I hit this, will move around. Sub-bomber gets taken out by Cams. He's found a double kill for the round, and this position is quite strong, it seems. Cams though still taking a lot more shots. I hit miss. Just going to charge on in, but it doesn't matter because Jay got Henry and Cams with a triple kill. Finds the last one onto Sing Sing, and Apollo retake the lead. Once again, a very good defense. Good rotation there from Jay. So laundry and supply has been unlocked, therefore Apollo will go right back down there. Stavin brings out the buck again, no change to the defense. Of course, Apollo so far winning 2, losing 1 of those 3 rounds. Is definitely around where you want to be when you're defending. Let's have a look at the utility being brought. We'll start with Apollo, as they are your map leaders. They've gone for 3 C4s, 2 proximities and 2 bits of barbed wire. Clearly going for the vertical once again. Meanwhile, Athena have brought 6 flashes, a claymore, 2 smokes and 3 breaching charges. Again, bringing the utility enough to make sure that when they want to throw in those lifelines, throw in those Selmas, that the ADSs are down. Plus extra flashes are always good.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Cams, once again, are going to be making these punch holes. He had a very good last round, his first kills. But, you know, 3 of them.
Attackers must
Not
locate.
too bad. Notice, again, relegated to this more supportive role. This is sort of the role we typically see SMWX on, rather, and notice be on the Jaeger. There's sort of a change of plan, it seems. Jay will hot drop down in this identical castle strat from I Hit and Miss and the rest of Apollo. And he will need to be careful. You would have thought maybe they'd bring something like an Hibana, basically to open up all these reinforced hatches. And that is a very nice mute jammer. But it will go down. So I Hit and Miss now desperately needs to be careful. He will retreat into split, thinking about tearing down that castle barricade, but well, he'd have to jump and make some more rotations for himself. The hatch has been opened up and I Hit and Miss will bail out there then. We'll sprint to freeze. SMWX will back him up. And the drone's coming out. We'll relay the information that it is clear. ADS will get shot, barbed wire as well, mute jammers to boot and a proximity. The whole roulette wheel of utility to be destroyed. Galvin will get the points for all of it. And even more. So all this utility being put into this floor. And that's why you can't really run the same strat again against Athena. They will adapt. And adapt they have. Whether they can close out the round still is a different question. Cam's holding this tight angle. Davin throwing his drone down the stairs. Down the hatch rather, as it's Kicks who's making his way down the stairs. We'll see an ADS the other side. Davin's already pushed up. That castle barricade will need to be destroyed, and Kicks, well, you'd reckon is going to be the one to do it. He's got 2 lifelines, you know, might as well. But it will just be the reaching round instead. So Jay will now have to change position as he is concerned. Getting good. That is a very nice spot the castle has found himself. He just waits as Henry on entry will get a nice kill onto SMWDX. They know roughly where the castle is, but they can't really act on any of the information because he's in such a good position. Good ADSs. They're going to smoke off the double. In comes the flashes. He will just shoot a body though and flash Sing Sing. And Henry flashes his teammate. Star Bomber with the plant C4. Beautiful. And it's chaos right now. Got Sing Sing though. He will find a nice kill onto Camps that gets rid of the C4. That is crucial. I Hit and Miss will find Davin Atkins. His Kicks found Jay. Sing Sing will find Noticed, leaving I Hit and Miss in a 1 versus 3. He will drop down, not go in the right way, and he will spot the player at the end of the hall, but Kicks will have his gun up and waiting in a nice round for Athena, who once again will tie things up. So laundry and supply will be attempted again by Apollo. Now I only have a 50% win rate. And to be fair, for a roster that lost one of their star players, they aren't looking half bad. Again, they are on the defense, so take it with a grain of salt. I Hit and Miss bringing out the Warden. As currently though,
need to locate and defuse bombs.
team-wise, it does look like a title may escape from Apollo's grasps yet again. Probably one the most well-known team that is yet to win a title, because Athena have won 3. JPC had won 2 before they disbanded, but I believe are coming back thanks to Rarity. Or well, at least some of the players are. And aside from that, those two are really the big teams that have sort of won things. Every other team, of course, Scythe as well, has won a title. Jay is bringing out the Wamais. We've got a vastly different basement hold.
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
Sort of look like it was making decisions on the fly. Freezer rotation. We've got the Goyo. So something that, in my opinion, could be used by Apollo to throw people off is just using this blue bunker elbow position. Apollo were always the team that never ever attempted, from what I can remember, putting a smoke here or putting a Goyo there. They never. It was always fully reinforced. And part of me thinks that maybe it was just worth the try. So the castle being voided means that we're going to have no elaborate meeting hold for this site. We'll have Henry. Davin will make a nice kill hole. Henry just having a look around, but there is nothing for him to find. No roamers, just like the kids hold. It's a 5-man site. You got notice playing in a rotation with a Pixel with the Goyo shield. That is quite nice, but what's even nice, well, even more nice, is I hit misses C4 onto kicks, getting rid of the Zafia. And now, well, Athena, sorry, are going to be stuck in their tracks. And we're just going to drone out that the pillar is clear. We can take control. Free fires are coming out anyway, just to make sure. That is a very nice pixel angle from Notice. His shield may not last long, but there is a magnet there. There's also an ADS as well. I hit this with even more damage to Davin Atkins. A bunch of flashes will get thrown out. Well, that ADS didn't catch the Goyo shield. Notice it actually has to move away from his position. I hit miss, still putting in work with the MPX. That is rather surprising due to how dodgy the gun is. SMWX with a nice pick onto Sing Sing. The diffuser has been dropped and someone will have to pick that up. It will just be a pre-fire though. And SMWX will actually find Davin Atkins as well. She will look to find a triple even. She'll down Sub Bomber. Does she know it though? I don't think she does. She's got to peek it. Evidently, she does not. So Henry left in a 1 versus 5, trying to make that a 1 versus 4 by finding SMWX. But if he could pick up Sar Bomber, that'd be nice. But Sar is just in a bad position all round. But Henry now in quite bad shape. He's taking a lot of damage. And now a swing of sorts will come out. Pick up looking like it will happen.
10 seconds remaining.
SMWX and making sure she can hold a tight angle. Henry just gets instantly wiped. Sar Bomber will probably fare the same. Indeed he does. I hit miss with the MPX, putting in so much work. And Apollo will once again retake the lead. As close as it's been, Athena yet to take a round advantage. They've just been tying things up. And I hope that that trend continues at the end of the first half. So Athena here hoping for that draw to tie off the first half, and Apollo hoping that they can extend their advantage, go to that favourable 4-2 position. Post-match interviews, by the way, will be with Davin Atkins if it is an Athena win, or with Jay got booted if Apollo continue this momentum, pick up that W, which they will be hoping after losing 7-3 to Macca's men, which came at quite a shot. Not the fact that they lost, but moreover the fact that they lost in such fashion. So we will head back to dining, by the way, and we will have I Hit and Miss staying on the MPX, deciding, you know what, it worked so well for me that we are going to do it exactly again. So no more Mozzie for him. But hoping that this MPX can carry on working wonders. I did find a nice 3k in the last round. 2 ADSs being used there. I'm
5 seconds to go.
at it. So it is looking like, judging by drone position, we are going to get a tower take, push all the way through attic, take this vertical, create some more, drop plant, and that will be Athena's game plan. We'll see if any of it comes to fruition or if they just get trapped. The first obstacle, which will be getting attic control. So notice trying to place down a meat jammer. I hit and miss, wasn't having it. But, clearly changed his mind. More meat jammers, a lot of utility. Again, being used on this top floor, and that's how much they want to hold it. All 3 ADSs being committed. At least 2 mute jammers as 4. I hit and miss, punched that one. Evidently not. At least 2 mute jammers being committed. I have to look to find the other one and play the favourite game of where's the utility. This will be quite costly if it is lost incredibly early. That is 3 mute jammers, I remember, because one is, well, already down. So there goes that sort of analogy there. I hit miss holding this pixel angle at the top of big tower stairs. He will just play it passive and wait for the push to come to him. He knows that he can waste some time. There'll be a drone that will spot him, and that drone will be cancelled. He spots that player though. Here it comes to C4, not finding anything though, as Henry will use some quick footwork and dodge that one out. Does take a bit of damage there from the MPX. I hit Misto will drop as well, as it will be Sing Sing who will get the kill. Kicksto gets taken down. Oh, notice is there. Sing Sing with the double. A nice refrag from Notice, but a better one from Sing Sing. You can keep that round momentum, you can keep the player advantage. You're just punching some custom barricades to try and get out, it seems. You're just going to make the 11 punch strat so you can vault out if necessary. Cams now holding quite tight again. That C4 could get a nice kill onto Henry. But whether anyone realises this or not, that is the question. Well, we won't get anything now because a breaching charge has just put an end to that idea. You just hear Selma's opening up pretty much everything that you need to for the attackers. These nice long angles with the 2x scopes. Very, very valuable. They will easily spot Jay, but not land a shot. Jay will get away scot-free whilst doing a lot of damage. Only 15 seconds left, but Cam's been taken down as is SWX, leaving the founder of Apollo in a 1 vs 3 because he got a quite nice quick down onto Sing Sing. Henry also got downed elsewhere. Here comes the charge on in. This could deny the plant, but he shoots the wrong person. And although he'll find Sing Sing, Tsar Bomber was the one planting and doing what he does so well, getting that plant down. Jay in a very difficult position. They knew roughly where he is. Looking proximities. Will they try? Will Jay try to push in? He will. He will actually find Damon Atkins even at a 1 vs 1 post plant. He will miss the shots on Henry. Now it's Jay versus Tsar Bomber. Now the defuse will come out. The shot through the floor. Shot through the floor. Shot through the drone hole from Tsar Bomber, and it will be reminiscent of what Virtue was able to do against BDS. Nice toe shot there, and Athena will once again tie up the score. So no team has won more than 1 round in a row, and that is how close it's been so far. As it does look like Kids Dorms will be for Athena. They do have their own warden, and it'll be Kicksworth, former Apollo player, playing on that operator. We got a nice 6 pick from Habana onto the sledge from Cams. Habana, correct prediction, they're not going to be useful for this site whatsoever, as there is no vertical hatch for her to get.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So at the end of the first half, let's have a look at the leaderboard. Start with Athena. Well, Henry and Sing Sing going 5 and 4, 5 and 3 respectively. You've got Kicks going 3 and 4, and Tsar going 2-on-4 with Davin, going 2-on-5. Meanwhile, on the side of Apollo, I Hit Miss is going 5-on-4. SMWX and Cams and Notice going 4-on-3, 4-on-3, 4-and-3, 4-and-3, and 4-on-4 respectively, with Jay bringing up the rear going 3-and-3. So, not too bad from Apollo, not too bad from Athena either.
5 seconds left. Attackers
Neither
objective is to
team
locate a
is
bomb and
looking
defuse it.
miles better than the other. We will have a very interesting roam from Sing Sing. He will change his mind though after shooting out the drone.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Attic
Attackers
Control will
recovered the
be
bomb
first
diffuser.
on the list of priorities as we do see SMWX on her trusty Maverick. And just rappel on in, hope for the best, but it's most likely been droned. Check main stairs just in case. Start to open up this wall. So those bandit batteries will be spotted and will be shot. She'll find one. There we go. The Selma on the other, evidently not able to get this. Well, as I say that, she does get the other. So Attic being opened up super early on means Kixwell using the 1.5 times scope has to hold quite a tight angle. Using those slits in the deployable shields to his advantage. The drone on the right though will spot him out, indeed it does. And, ooh, that's awkward. Kix will shoot an ADS, so he has to move away from the flashes. But he is of course Warden, so he can now start to push up. Shield's gone, the pre-fires come out, nothing will land. And a lot of utility is, well, spent. I think wasted is the right word, but nothing is achieved. Well, very, very little. You do lose out your position at the foot of Attic, but you do have this nice strong angle you can set up, and Sar Bomber has a shield of his own to sit behind instead. There are some good angles being used right now. You have SMGX being the front player, trying to create opportunities. Won't be able to do anything there. She'll get shot from below, and Henry on the flank. The typical Ash Jaeger main picking up a nice kill. He does need to be careful because there is a player outside the lobby waiting for him. That's a nice kill for I Hit Miss, but I Hit Miss will not see the player on his left either. Davin Atkins on the Legion will pick up a quick refrag. Notice though, will make sure that his team cannot be outdone as Cams to get one as well. So Kix and Sub-Bomb are both going down. I'm just turning around looking on the flank, just wasting a good bit of time. Sing Sing moving down below. He'll pass Davin on the stairs. D4 gets used, will not find anything except the damage to Cams, I believe. But Cams finding Davin Atkins, and Apollo once again trying to look to get in the lead. Does he hear the player? Just crouched Cams prone, ready for the push in from Sing Sing the Bandit. Not got a lot to do, and he will not get the kill. It'll be Jay with the cross angle. And although it was first defense round from Athena, they'll lose it, and Apollo will once again take the lead 4-3. So Laundry and Supply, the second site of choice. We'll see the Wamai once again, but this time it is from Athena. They will though bring an identical attacking lineup, as there will be no re-attempts on the side of Athena of Kids. Again, reminded that there is no overtime. This is best of one and you can tie.
Attackers need to
So
locate
Apollo
and
will
defuse
only
the
need to
bomb.
find 2 rounds to guarantee themselves a point. If they get 3 rounds, they'll get the full 3 points. So let's have a look at what Athena will do differently defending this site from what we saw from Apollo. We will see something in elbow. We will get them to pull the shield down. So Bomber putting that one up. Reinforce the wall next to it. So what we'll see is we'll see a save reinforcement Once the shield gets destroyed, Smoke needs to get out. He can run in, reinforce it up. Ideally, you've got Freezer covered. Indeed you do.
5 seconds to go.
It'll be Henry who's placing down those AESs in Freezer. Going to check out the stairs. Have a look around and see if anything's there, but there is nothing. We will get a full 5 spawning at construction. So SAR Bomber is going to be quite pivotal to this round. We'll see what he can do with this using, is that the pink smoke skin? Indeed it is, from Rainbow is Magic. Drone getting taken out there. And 5 drones already gone with Cams and SMW both losing both of their drones. I think this has only lost one. That is a dodgy smoke, and is that a forfeit already? It is, and that is quite surprising. Devon Atkins takes quite a bit of damage, but Cams and Notice take a lot more. He'll carry on moving around. He's got the bandits in case he wants to try something like a bandit trick. Choose against it. We'll have to look at potential hatch play here. It's looking like Athena have reached sort of a stall now. C4 will get ripped, but it actually gets destroyed on the Kaided wall, or the bandited wall rather, and that is... Ooh, that was very lucky for Kicks. He runs straight into a grenade. Luckily for him, doesn't find any damage. Henry now in a bit of a difficult position, but he'll get a very nice kill while stunned. Notice getting taken out after I hit and miss with the stun. That player has been spotted, and that is Cams. Cams is going to take quite a lot of damage. I hit and miss though, still on these tower stairs looking, trying to find any sort of pick, but evidently the cool's not come out, but that player has rotated around. Kicks though is taken to 1 bullet's worth of health. He will now just have to sit here and wait for the round to start to come to him. So 5 versus 4, health advantage in the hands of Athena. We've reached that stalemate that we often get when this team is setting up for this execute. Somebody that's opening up that wall, and Jay got booted using it to find a kill onto Henry, and Henry wasn't the player on 1 health. So health advantage is now in the hands of Apollo. Even more so as Jay got booted with a very nice double kill. And I think this will get SAR Bomber, leaving Kicks in a 1 versus 3. He won't find it. Apollo win 2 rounds in a row, and they will take themselves a 1-off match point. Very good round for them. So, now we wait. And we will start to load on in. We will be going now to laundry and supply. No big surprise there. It'll be a reattempt at that site. Athena deciding, you know, we can do something about this trap. We don't need to go anywhere else. And we will see an Ella brought by Mr. Devon Atkins. The Blobber Shield, of course, are very, very strong thanks to Valkyrie and my losing bears. And then we'll start to place that down in a standard pillar's position. Now we wait for the rest. Setup. So Grismots will start to come out now. On 2 barrels. Henry just shooting pretty much nothing, making sure his triggers work. Kicks throwing out those magnets as well. So any sort of weird play. I mean, the Ella is the only weird choice I can think of right now. It will be Davin playing that operator. Davin does like those weird operators. He's played a lot of Capital. Ella and Ying. He's those, I believe his tweet says it, likes those flashy ops. I think that is a very fair way to describe it. The drones will start to come out from Apollo. I hit miss there with the stun on his gadget. So smoke grenade is being used, and all that is a poor trade. So Henry Sink once again, while stunned, will get a very nice kill onto the I hit miss. Jacob Booter gets taken out by kicks as well. That's a good job from the Wamai. Somebody's going to try and make a hole so she can throw a grenade in. Interesting line being made here by the Maverick, but working nonetheless. He's thinking about swinging into elbow, it seems, with Henry picking up that kill. Here comes the swing, but SMWX will not miss those shots. She will pick up a kill onto kicks. She is now dead because Henry Sink has got a triple kill for the round. Notice they will find Davin, the Ella, not having too much of an impact, as this round has all been Henry B, and it will continue to all be Henry B, because he will pick a very nice kill on to Notice to finish with a quad at the end of the round. Apologies to Henry, I called him Henry B, which is his old gamer tag. Henry Sink. It will take me time to remember that the gamer tags have changed. So kids and dorms will now be the site of choice. And we will see a Goyo from Davin. Interesting choice, we've not seen that yet.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Okay, so round number 10 is underway. Let's have a look at the utility being brought from both sides. We'll start with Apollo. They are the current leaders. We've got 4 frags, a Claymore, 3 flashes, and 2 smoke. Bringing all those grenades to make sure they can flush people out behind shields. When you've got Goyo, that's not a bad shout. Meanwhile, the defenders are bringing 2 C4s, a deployable shield, 2 bits of barbed wire, and 2 proximities as well. It'd be interesting to see if Athena are experimenting with strats as well. Because you don't know, they do have a league finals game this weekend, so practicing for that. We'll have to see.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
What? We'll have to see what they choose to do, and if this is sort of more of a practice. Right now, Henry is absolutely popping off. The only player above double digits in the entire lobby, and he's got quite a lot of kills. It's looking like he's sort of put Athena on his back a little bit. Of course, every player's done something noteworthy, but Henry B, kill-wise, is definitely doing quite a lot for his team. SMWX will once again be on the Maverick, once again be opening up attic walls, and she'll mess that up. This has not been a very effective Maverick trick. However, she isn't Maverick tricking, she's just trying to shoot the bandits. But there is no bandit, it is the Qaid of Tsar Bomber instead. He's saying no, it's Henry B. I'm inevitably gonna call them by their old gamer tags. I mean, I'm calling Sing Sing the entire time, because that is what I know them by, so they will have to cope with that. Anyway, the magnet will pick up that frag grenade, and another one get thrown out. So, botched smoke, and another botched smoke from Jay got booted, and that is poor. That is very poor, because that magnet hasn't been burnt, and that frag grenade is still there. There will be no way to get rid of this electric claw, and that is very, very good for Athena, who are looking to equalise things once again. Hamso has sort of gone on his own mission. He's pushed now. Triggered a proximity mine, but he is in trophy. We'll get rid of that one. Angle being held. There's not a lot he can really do. Lifeline being used down below to make sure there is no electric claw on the main on the main game score. C4 is ripped and will find nothing, so Devon Atkins ends up pretty much wasting it. Frag grenade looking like it'll get thrown out. Smoke grenade chucked as well. What has happened there? Henry is in a bit of a gunfight. And he will now run up White Stairs. Will he? This is very, very slow, but there is now a breach into Attic, and it's come from a very painful Maverick hole that Notice no doubt wouldn't have liked. Jado will find a pick onto Davin Atkins as well, but it will be the smoke of Sing Sing to pick up Notice. He takes a lot of damage there. He's got the shotgun though. He could go for sort of the flank if he feels like it. We need to be careful. He does down SMWX, but he gets down for his worries. Sarbomber in a 1 versus 1 against I Hit and Miss. Sing Sing and SMWX are both down. And it will be not on time because the rush from I Hit and Miss, and he doesn't miss those. Apollo take themselves to match point. What a way to finish up the round. I Hit and Miss pre-fires down White Stairs, will pick up that kill. If Sarbomber had just moved slightly more to his left, I don't think Henry B would have gotten I don't think I Hit and Miss would have gotten that, but not missing those shots when it mattered, he'll be very happy with that one. Apollo definitely be feeling the effects of that one. Of course, losing to Macca's men, they desperately need this if they want to keep their chances of getting out of groups alive and make it into playoffs. I believe in every league they've participated in, they've made playoffs, so they would not like this to be the first. So kids will be the site of choice yet again. We will see this sort of Goyo Kaid comp once more. We will see the exact same attacker lineup. Well, actually no, we won't see the sledge. We'll see Cams bringing out the Ash.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
As all Apollo can hope for is a tie. And a tie here could theoretically mean that both teams could go out in groups. I think that's incredibly unlikely because they'd both have to lose their next games, and Apollo will be facing D2, who I think it is fair to say, whilst not a bad team, are the weakest in Group A. And that is not me having a dig, that is just based on experience and factual information that they are a newer team. Macca's men, they have the synergy, they've had players playing in these scenes for a while. They've already beaten Apollo, so I think they are the favourites to be the first seed after this potential loss for Athena or potential tie. Apollo though, it would be a shock. It would be weird to have playoffs without Apollo. So currently it's not looking like that won't happen, because it's fair to say they have been the better team at this map. And Apollo and Oregon, I'd have to say that after Cafe, Oregon is typically quite a strong map for Apollo, so it's no surprise to see them doing particularly well here. You hear some down below. Nothing really happening. We've reached that stalemate where attackers get in the positions, trying to find out that intel they can find. Trying to find some intel they can act upon. Davin Atkins might get a very nice open pick. Vector, not the most reliable of guns, and he will take I Hit and Miss to around just above half health. That drone gets destroyed as well, but SMWX is there to jump on in. Davin will get taken out by I Hit and Miss, and Cams will get a nice kill onto Henry as well. And this is now the bad end for Athena. It's starting to fall apart ever so slightly. The window and kicks this down. I Hit and Miss has got a double. He sort of just stared at the player. Sarbomber gets a very nice kill to I Hit and Miss though, so making sure that Athena will get at least one round. That drone gets destroyed and there's not a lot really going on because Cams has got a double kill. And Sing Sing, well, he's got no health and he's got 4 full health players to find. That grenade will be the end of him, and that grenade will be the end of Athena's hopes of going 2-0 in groups. Kobe to end all Kobe's. SMWX will pick up that final kill. Apollo are your winners this evening. We will get an interview with Jay Got Booted, so bear with that shortly. GG, well played to both teams. It was a good match, a lot closer than I expected. I think a lot of people had Apollo written off, but picking up that win, very, very important. Henry going 12-8, I Hit and Miss going 12-7. Henry, he did, to be fair, have the team on his back. It did seem a few times. Something that I haven't really seen from him on Athena as much as we saw on JPC, so it's nice to see him regain that old form. So, post-match interview time. I'll just invite Jane now. We'll just wait for him to join. Most likely celebrating with his team for a moment, and then he will join shortly. Hello. So we wait for Xbox to work.
Yo.
Hello. Hello. So it's been a while, Jason, but you pick up a nice win over Athena. How are you feeling right now?
Honestly, it feels so good. We haven't beat Athena in, well, more games than I want to say, but it feels good to finally beat him.
I mean, you guys definitely outplayed them today. I think, well, I hit and miss in particular. You recently have brought in Cams as a new player. How's he sort of fitting in with the team?
Obviously, you know, all new players take time to adjust, but I think he's coming quite quickly, and obviously he's doing his jobs, getting his frags and playing well. So I think it's a good addition to the team.
Last week when I interviewed Davin for the post-match with Athena versus D2, he said Macca's men and Athena were going to be the teams to make it out of Group A. You've clearly proved him wrong there. I mean, how do you think, what do you see for this Apollo roster? Do you see finally a title, or is it just sort of an improvement of what you had before? What's sort of your end of goals with this roster?
You know how it's always been with Apollo. We always end up going the full distance and then falling at the final hurdle. So hopefully this time we can, obviously with Cams and you know, trying to change up our play style a little bit. Hopefully we can finally get the SEL title, take it off Athena.
We did see, talking of changing play style, we did see people on different ops. I mean, your defense, you had noticed on the mute SMWDX on the Jaeger. What was sort of the, is it sort of changing mixing things up, or was it just sort of comfort ops today? Because typically you'd see noticed on the Jaeger, SMWDX on the more supportive operators, so it sort of warranted that change.
Well, we basically discovered that no one can play the SMG11 in the team except Matt, so we were kind of and obviously Bailey likes his Mozzie and stuff, and obviously so we just it all sort of fit around that.
Well, you do have D2 next week. I think it's, as I said, it's fair to say they are possibly the weakest team in the group. So, in theory, you have a very good likelihood of making out of groups. I think Athena and Macca's men is definitely going to be the matchup for the week. Which team out of those two do you see coming out on top and potentially joining you through to the playoffs?
It will definitely be Athena. We obviously lost to Macca's men last week, but that was with MC Hayden trialing, and the rest of the team we just weren't, you know, we hadn't played in a while. So I think it'd definitely be Athena coming out on top on that game, and it'd be Apollo and Athena going through like always.
So I think it's fair to say Apollo and Athena are two of the top three teams in SEL at the moment. The other being Awoken. So what teams are you? I wouldn't say scared of, but most looking forward to face? Is it just going to be Awoken Athena again? Try and get some revenge on the Athena boys for knocking you out every single time in playoffs for SEL.
Obviously, playing all the top teams, like you said, Awoken, up and coming team, and you've got obviously Athena. That, you know, it's always fun to play against them because it's always going to be a good game. And also, Mutiny seem to be doing quite well as well themselves. Like they seem to be picked up, you know, a good roster. You got Den, TBY, and a couple others in there. But I feel like that might be a good game but obviously, I think it'll be I think, you know, Athena will be the main game. Hopefully it'll be Apollo Athena final, and hopefully Apollo can take that one this time.
It'll be third time's the charm.
Yeah.
But as always, Jason, thank you for doing the interview. GG, well played. Congrats on the win, and I look forward to speaking to you in a bit.
And thank you for casting. See you in a bit.
No worries. In a bit. So that was the post-match interview with Jade. As I said to him, GG, well played to both teams. If you did enjoy the casting, feel free to drop a follow. Aiming for 200 followers at the end of the year would always be appreciated. But anyway, as always, thank you all for giving up your time to watch the stream. I've been Dylan, and good night.